Hello guys, this is Poet Spice and I'm here to do a speed color for my hashtag Hot Guys Summer for Poet. I am using the cute Guys of Sci-fi and Fantasy by, I forget who this is by. Anyway, I will leave a link in the description box if it is still available on Amazon. And I'm just going to sit here and color this picture with you because, you know, it's like, hey, it's a vampire dude. And, you know, I do love my vampires. And, you know, look at him, he's all muscles. And he's got all kinds of like, look at me, I'm a hot vampire guy going on. So we're definitely, you know, just going to sit here and chit chat with that. I think I've got this at 4 times the speed. So it didn't take forever, but it did take a while. And I'm using a variety of markers. I've got some hoo-hoos. I think I pulled out a couple of Nouveaux. I might not have used them. I might have put them back. And regular, let's see what else is up here. So I got some Spectrum Noirs going on. Use some of the tri-blends, some of the regular ones. A combo of classiques and illustrators, which basically is just the difference between a brush tip. It's like, is it a chisel nib, a brush nib, or like a bullet nib? That's the only difference in them as far as that goes. And so yeah, I'm going to be coloring here from light to dark using 3 color blends. Sometimes, you know, for whatever, you know how it is, because I do love me markers, love the markers. And yeah, so I'm doing his skin now, and it's kind of oh, excuse me. It's like every time I do a voiceover, I start getting sleepy. Well, it's almost midnight, so I guess I would be sleepy. Ooh, it's midnight, and the moon is out, and the vampire man is on the prowl. Ooh, which is funny because I was also halfway watching Bram Stoker's Dracula earlier today. I was like, that's funny. No, I didn't watch the whole thing because I wanted to do something else. Yeah. But I was watching it for about 40 minutes. So anyway, how are you guys doing? Yeah. Are we doing all right? Are we having fun? Have you done any hot guy pictures yet? If not, go ahead and join the hashtag. It's from June 1st to September 1st. Because then in September, of course, then we have Pirates for Poet, because September 19th is Talk Like a Pirate Day. Woo woo, yeah, baby. I don't know. I told you I need a nap. I can go sleep. Anyway, you can probably hear my table creaking like, so we're going over this and giving him some darker shading. And I kind of wanted he came out a little more lively than I wanted. I wanted it to be a little more gray, but I still like the way it came out. So he's not quite, you know, regular flesh color, human, I'm alive color. And we're definitely not doing sparkly vampires. What the heck is that? I'm not scared to be in the sun because I'll sparkle. I'm afraid to be in the sun because I'll burn to death and die the true death. Okay. So, yeah, I just finished rewatching, because I've watched the series like 3 times now. Rewatching the rewatching of True Blood it was on HBO, I believe it was. And so I was replaying on Hulu. Excuse me. Hulu, I think it is. And so I just finished watching that again a few days ago. So all those True Blood references are still fresh in my head. Suki. Vampire Bill. Vampire Bill did not look like this vampire, did he? No, he did not. Oh no, did any of you guys watch True Blood, the series? Or rewatch it? Yeah, it's funny because you look at him and you're like, Vampire Bill, he wasn't that hot. And what's his name? Eric. He, from the neck down, yes, but he wasn't that hot either. Like, no. Now you know who was hot on True Blood? Alcide. I forget what that man's real name is, but he was hot. Of course, he wasn't a vampire. He was a werewolf. But anyway, yes. I don't even know why I'm rambling. Okay, but you know. So now we're doing this guy's outfit, and I wanted it to be dark, but I didn't want to go the whole like, I'm gonna wear black leather. So we went with browns instead to give him a brown outfit. And then later on you'll see that we'll go through with some, excuse me, go with it. I'm not editing this out either. I'm done editing. It's like, I don't know. It's kind of funny because, you know, you want to put out videos and stuff that are interesting and everything, but it's not like I get a ton of views, so I'm just going with what it is now, you know. It might be different if it was like, oh, you're making money, but since I'm not making any money and I don't get as many views, we're not even gonna worry about it, right? We're gonna sit here with my happy people that watch, and we just gonna chit chat and yawn, apparently, since it's almost midnight and I'm tired. I'm sleepy, mother. I'm sleepy. But you know, we gotta do something, because I haven't put out many videos recently. Well, I have some flip throughs and some haul videos on both my channels, but you know, with the end of the school year happening and state testing and all the other stuff you gotta do, let's just say April and May were doozies. They were some doozies. Yep. So by the time the last day of school rolled around, well, before the last day of school rolled around, but by then I was like, I need to get out of here and go home and sequester myself. Yes, like a hermit. Or a vampire queen hiding during the day, only to rise at night. Oh my gosh. Also finished some buddy colors today. Because of the stress of the last couple months and the fact that I did not like how I was coloring them. Took me forever to get them done, but I finally got them done. And so, yay. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, jelly beans? You know what I mean? Jelly beans. So, yes, people, yes. Anyway, so now we're going back in with some darker colors. I don't really have any extra tips, I guess, other than I will say that, especially when you're using dark colors, if you're going to go dark to light and you're not used to shading with your markers, or sometimes you just forget, because I forget sometimes, that if you're doing the shading and you're using dark colors, you want to make sure that you kind of let them dry a little bit. You don't want them to dry too much because then it will be harder to blend. But if you let them dry a little bit before you go with the next shade down, it makes it a little easier because the alcohol evaporates a little bit, so then you can see what the color is going to be, because just like watercolors, they tend to dry lighter. All right, now here is another tip. Since I wanted the inside of the coat, you know how the inside of your coat is usually either lighter or darker than the outside, depending on, you know, because the other side of the material. So since I had done it all the same color, I wanted it lighter. So what I did there was I took a totally different marker, and it's much lighter. And by doing that, you can see that when I went over it, it leaches out some of the alcohol or some of the marker. And so when it evaporates, it makes it lighter. It also gives it kind of a mottled look. So then that way you get kind of a leather fabric-y look as well, instead of it being smooth the color. 2 tips for you there. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I was trying to have, at this part, I was trying to decide what I was going to do with like all the strapping that is like on the belt and around, and then his shoes and stuff like that, because I wanted them to be brown, not black. And at the same time, he's a vampire, so he can't be wearing silver. Right. So I went with this color scheme instead. So you can see those are Spectrum Noirs, those are Classiques. It's funny because I've had these markers forever. Which is what I said before when I did my tri-blend marker video. If I can remember, I'll try to link it around here somewhere. I never remember though. But it shouldn't be too far behind this one, maybe 2-3 videos, something like that. So what I have noticed since I've been using these markers for years, I mean like over 10 years, okay, is that the old markers, I don't know if they have more ink or if they were just better made as far as whatever goes, because the ink in those lasts far longer than the newer ones. I've had to replace new ones that I purchased, whereas a bunch of these that I've had forever still have ink in them, and I color with them, so it's like crazy. Anywho, huh? Now I'm just going back again. I'm adding some of the darker places, and then over all this I'll go back over with a lighter color so that it'll blend better, and you won't have as harsh of a line either. I know what I want to practice. I want to practice like because I do a light source, but it's not like an overly strong light source. So it's not like, oh, here's the light source underneath his chin, and so it makes him look like, you know, like the ghost or whatever. And then I want to try a galaxy background. I want to try that hashtag, what is it, like you do a galaxy background with white lines over top. I want to do that. I also want to try doing some more things that look like glass, so like jars, or you know how you have the, well, I guess it's glass and a water drop, so you have like that water drop on top of something and it looks like 3D. I'd like to try that too. And then I think I just totally skipped over the first part of what I was saying. It's like a stronger light source. I want to try that. So like, you know, if it's to the right hand corner at the top and it's really bright, so it'd be really bright up here by his hair and then really dark on the other side. Then I would like to try that. I think that would be interesting. I don't know what I would do that with though. Maybe like a smaller pocketbook or something like that instead of one of these pages. I don't know. I do know that part of this you won't see me do because I was trying to make the video and get the video to speed up. Speed. So I was like, I just want to go ahead and keep coloring. So later on, it'll come back and you'll notice that, oh, wow, okay. The moon is done. And then I just wanted to keep coloring while it was going. So here I am. I'm just going ahead and adding some more dark spots. And then here we're just going to go around. And I had to get some red in there. Because originally I was going to do this with like metal and then red. But I'm like, nah, I don't feel like doing that. So definitely had to put some red in it, right? You just can't have a vampire without some kind of red. Come on. So we just trimmed his whole outfit in it. And then see here, these are the tri-blend brush markers from Spectral Noir that I did the little unboxing video. See, we got to give him his little blood. Like he just attacked somebody, I guess. Or maybe he just forgot to wipe his face. I forgot to wipe my face after my dinner, darling. Then I decided that I was just going to go ahead and do all the trim in red because I was originally going to do like a gold. But then I was like, nah, we're just going to make it all red. Okay, is it me or do his cuffs remind you of like a batarang? I was looking at him like, and because it's like old school batarang, you know, it just made me think of like Batman, like old Batman. Batman. Boom. Pow. Wow. Golly gee willikers, Batman. Yes. Yes. That's what we're talking about. Yes. Too funny, y'all. That is too funny. Batarangs. Now I'm just adding another layer of this darker red. And because it is so thin, I just did two shades instead of 3. Okay, since we are sitting here coloring Hot Guy Vampire, do any of you guys read like monster alien romances? I had never read one before. And then, what series did I read first? Dustwalker Brides. And that was a few months ago. And I've been hooked on the darn things ever since. I have read three series of monster romances. And like one series had 5 books and I'm waiting for the 6th one to come out. Another one had 5 books and then the 6th one came out and the 7th one's coming out. I haven't read those 2. Obviously, they're not out yet. And what else did I read? I read an ice giant one, which was not good. It should have been longer. And what else did I read? I read a vampire one, but I haven't read the second one in that series. So I've literally read like 25, about, maybe 20, 25 monster romances, monster/alien romances. And I was like, this is craziness. But they get you hooked, man. They get you hooked. I was just wondering because, we're doing a vampire. All right, so now we're just going through. And so I'm trying to make this wall darker and then look like stone in a quick fashion instead of like, So basically I'm going through and putting a darker layer than the first layer I put on, and just on the edges, and then doing some quick dots. And by doing the dots, it kind of makes it look like pitted stone. And then I'll go back and then I'll do another set with darker dots, and then you can make it look like different stone that way too. So you can put in like a little pink if you had like little quartzy stuff, and you can put in, if you want it to be a little more gray or a little more brown, or so you can do the little dots. You can do the same thing for snow or sand too. And so I'm just trying to make this a little darker at the top on the roof section. And then you can see what I was talking about. You can see that the background is done and the moon is done, because while I was trying to speed up the video and let it record and save, I was just like, I'm just going to keep going. People know how to do a background. And so here I am again, and I'm going back with that darker brown and putting in those dots. So you'll notice like it looks more like it's a rough texture, and then like the top parts are smooth. I kind of wanted to do like a tin roof kind of thing, but I didn't really want it to be tin. All right, well, y'all, this is about to end, so I'm just gonna let you sit here and watch the rest of these little pieces get finished. So thanks for watching, and definitely go ahead and play in the hashtag. You got all summer to do as many hot guys as you want. They could be like, quirky hot, cute hot. They could be, like vampire monster hot. They can even be, like muscly guys with like not too hot in the face. So for example, last year I did the Cyclops picture in Kirby Rosanis. Definitely not an attractive dude, but he had all the muscles and stuff, so you can do a couple things, right? I think the next one I'm gonna do is like a steampunk one. All right, you guys, thanks for watching. Do share, please. If you could share with other people, that would be nice, and I won't feel like I made this whole video for no reason. Okay, and do a thumbs up, and then tag me over in Instagram if you decide to play on Instagram, and use the hashtag HotGuysSummerForPoet. All right, see you guys later.